It's all about the Rams at the moment. Alex, it's time for Know Your Opponent.
It's time to get to know the Los Angeles Rams.
Los Angeles.
And, you may be sitting there going, what's there to know? Aaron Donald, right?
Good.
Von Miller.
Great. Well,
Jalen.
Donald, great.
Yeah. Jalen Ramsey.
Great.
Leonard Floyd.
Good.
Matthew Stafford.
Pretty good.
Robert Woods.
Really good.
Cooper Kupp.
Really, really good.
Tyler Higbee.
Yeah.
Andrew Whitworth.
Mm-mm.
Oh, look at that. We got some weaknesses there brewing, maybe. So let's talk about your 49ers matchup this week with the Los Angeles Rams. We're going to dive into some All-22 film and really take a look at this. We got about 4.5 minutes of clips. It may take a little bit longer than 4.5 minutes of clips because you know how we do around here when it comes to All-22 film breakdowns. But let's get into this. This is their last game against... Let me just pull it up here. There it is. Against the Tennessee Titans, Ant. And let's go back to the very start of this thing here. So you can kind of see what Tennessee's doing. This is early on in the game. Yeah, the Rams with, look at that, Ant. What a surprise. They got 5 down linemen.
What a shocking move. Yeah, when you're going to take away the run right now, this is the blueprint for the NFL. Bring 5 guys, take out the outside zone. And they're doing it in a big way right here.
Huge way, Ant. So you got 5 down to start this thing off. You got a guy coming back across in space here. Take out the end, and you have a big win on the top of the screen.
Oh, huge win. And not enough movement on the double team either. But yeah, he's wanting to come back this way with it's a gap scheme, and he's not able to do it. So the play gets blown up because somebody on the front side won. Who is that won?
Aaron Donald.
Yeah, he went outside and completely blew this up. He's going to want to come back this way. He knows there's nothing there, so.
I believe that's Adrian Peterson, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
So, but again, Donald having an impact already. You can see the type of damage he can do, no matter if he's playing out on the outside, interior. Doesn't matter where Aaron Donald is, Ant. He's just a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And now
that's right.
You do know that's right, Ant. Now you got 4 down linemen. All right, you're showing 2 in the box. You got a nickel look here because you got a 3 wide receiver set. You have a passing situation.
Nice. Overall, it's a nice scheme. Play in the zone, getting some movement with one guy and getting somebody else open.
You get the double slant, essentially slant in a spot concept there in the slot.
Is that AJ Brown?
It is AJ Brown.
Route.
Absolutely. Not going after Jalen Ramsey, Ant. Something we didn't see in the Madden sim.
Shocking.
Yeah. Yeah, again, 5 down linemen after the big gain, and you have
obvious
a first down.
Run set. Yeah, you got the fullback in, so.
There you go, 5 down. Everyone filling their gaps. They got great gap integrity.
Yeah, good run fits.
Absolutely. There's not a lot of room there for pretty much anything.
No, I mean it's the one thing is it's a lot different design than what Kyle Shanahan does. They're trying to run somewhat of an ISO. And that's not really what the 49ers do, so you're not going to get a good idea of how the Rams are going to play it by, watching what Tennessee just did right there.
True. Not wrong. Not wrong. Okay, again, 5 down. Got a running set here. They got a fullback / tight end in the backfield. If there's a gap scheme concept coming back, and you got play action.
And 2 guys out in routes, completely covered.
And there's a Ramsey pick.
Yeah. You got everyone covered. Why are you throwing this? I know you got somebody coming in your face, but why are you making this throw? This is gonna. Jalen Ramsey squatted on this. He's got over the top safety help. He's not worried at all.
Yeah, it's interesting, Ant. It's very interesting why he's going here with the ball.
The battery. Just hoping that his big time player, Julio Jones, can make a play on the football.
Well, the problem is you got to actually put the ball out in space where Julio can get to it.
100%. Yeah, it's a bad throw. Nice play by Jalen Ramsey. Then he gives Julio Jones a little extra at the end.
Just a smidge extra. This is the drive immediately after this pick for the Rams. You can kind of see this is one of the only drives early in the football game where they're able to have some success and move the ball downfield. So you have this motion concept coming from across the top of the screen. And they got a nice little dual play action. This is a 1-person route?
No, it's a levels concept. You got Jefferson coming there underneath.
Okay.
See him coming underneath the
Yeah, I see
formation.
there. He got caught up in the wash.
And then you have somebody else coming here backside to a tight end, I believe.
Back
if you
to
go
this
back,
here.
you'll see
Yep.
it. He comes way late, so I don't know if he got caught up or what it was. But that's your concept. That guy coming across, and then watch, you're going to see another guy come squeaking out right there.
He must have got caught up in the wash. He's late.
Yeah.
He's late. All right, so not a lot there on that set per se, but hey, 2nd and 9 now. Got a little bit of room.
You're going, 5 wide. They actually played it well. This is nothing. I mean, crazy. It's just everyone sitting down in zones.
Everything's at the sticks here. You got one shot down. You have 2 outside concepts over the top, and you got 3 guys sitting in the soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, well, and you're going to have a guy open because look at the way they have to play it.
Correct.
Boom, pick your poison.
And he picked Cooper Kupp. Well, he came to him second, I guess, technically. Okay, so you have the motion. No one following. You got zone coverage. You know that. Get the inside give.
Ooh, linebacker got walled off.
He did.
But it's a nice design. You got all the movement. It's giving you angles on the outside for that run. See that block right there?
Mm-hmm.
Nice cut by the running back as well.
Henderson's been having himself a really good year as a running back.
That's a nice design play, and that's something that can work against the 49ers, unfortunately.
Oh, it's design?
Yeah, and plus it gets all the eye movement, and the eye discipline for somebody like Azeez Al-Shaair is not the best. Marcel Harris definitely not the best.
Correct. Not wrong. 4 down linemen here, and you got 2 up top. You got Henderson looking to check. And that right side of the line, they're struggling a little bit.
Yeah, 2 guys almost got home. Had a little bit of man coverage. Stafford stepping up in the pocket. This is the first one you see that's kind of errant in the way he throws. So getting him on the move is important. That's something the 49ers can look at and see, like, oh, we need to get Stafford moving. If we get him off his spot, the ball can be floating a little bit.
And that right guard play, Ant, looks just like Daniel Brunskill this last week.
Which means Eric Armstead better win. And he better win consistently.
Correct.
Because he's way more talented. That's a freaking linebacker that's coming on a blitz that beats him with an arm over move.
Correct. That's the thing, right? This is not a bad read by Stafford in terms of who he's going to, because I see what he sees here, right? You see Kupp pushing up here. You see the corner on the outside here, 35, right above your corner, your little screen there, running with this deep vertical. As Kupp's breaking this off, he has this. The guy underneath coming down in space to take away the flat routes. This is open, but he completely misses this throw. And you're right, Ant, it's because he's on the move, moving away, moving to his left, trying to throw on the run. This isn't a strength of Stafford's.
No, he's trying to climb the pocket and he floats it a little bit. I mean, that getting your lower level and your upper body together on a throw is not easy,
especially when you're on the move. Motion to move everybody out in space. Give. Not terrible there. All about gap integrity though, and keeping things where
they
you want.
They did a pretty good job because they didn't, they played the way they were blocking it, they didn't do a lot of doubles and all that.
It's a lot of singled up guys in space.
Yeah.
Tennessee got lucky there. There wasn't a lot of movement there from their linebackers. Anyone else really coming in to fill on that run, and no one really won one-on-one there. So empty set again. You got Bunch to the bottom of the screen. You got 2 up top. I think it's Henderson on the outside, outside the numbers. Showing 5 down at the line. They're only rushing 3.
It was a little indecisive on that. Stafford was.
I think he thinks zone.
It is zone. Or it looks like it's a zone.
It looks like zone, but it looks like there's a few guys running some man concepts and man principles. Feels like it.
Oh, it is man. He's got a guy that right there over the middle that he should be able to go to.
Talking about Higbee coming across? Or going left to the right towards the numbers?
Yep. He's a little indecisive on making this throw, though. And I'm not sure why. Look at him. He's taking a shot at it. He can go over that linebacker and make that throw.
Higbee is the gentleman right now running towards the 20-yard line, if you cannot tell.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, that's there. I don't know what makes him pull that down.
I mean, it ends up working out. He gets a first down, but
I think this is the play where he actually sprains his ankle.
oh, nice.
I think his ankle got caught in the turf there, so this is why he's playing with an ankle sprain the rest of the night because of that. Actually,
Well, that's good.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
The motion, you got zone. You're gonna go inside here.
Oh, way to get down the line of scrimmage. Played.
Extremely well played.
Motion. Rip inside. They're tight ends. Receivers aren't going to be able to block like Nick. Team wise, that's not going to.
You don't expect to see more of that this upcoming week?
A one-on-one with Nick Bosa on the outside. Please do that. Let Nick win on the outside. Coming down the line like that, because there's no way that guy can block.
Well, and a limited mobility Stafford wise too. You don't want to naked boots and things like that aren't going to be your best option.
Yeah, wouldn't think so.
True, Ant.
And this Tennessee line is not as good as the 49ers.
No.
You can tell the difference big time.
I do agree with you there.
But they did rally to make the tackle right there, and that's what.
Well, that's what you need to do, right? You're going to give up some of these right here. You're going to give up some of these concepts and some of these things.
A nice timing route. They actually did a very good job on that.
True, and you picked up the chunk you needed to try and make this, or to try to get yourself into manageable. Because that's the thing here, getting yourself into manageable. Now you're in a 3rd and 4 situation, which is kind of where you want to be. Unfortunately, the pass gets batted down, but this is what you want. If you're the Rams, the Cardinals, these are things that they've been trying to do to San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself into 3rd and manageable situations because the Niners have been prone to make some mistakes and not be perfect on these types of shorter down situations.
Any team wants to be in 3rd and short.
Yeah, ideally. You're not wrong. D lineman just get his hand up.
Yeah, because they didn't. I mean, that the offensive
got
player
walked back.
did nothing, absolutely nothing to get that player's hands down.
Correct.
He didn't engage with him. Nothing. He just took him on. Eric Armstead is going to absolutely demolish that right guard.
Yes.
It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler at this point. From what I have seen, he's going to absolutely eat him alive.
Armstead has been playing absolutely phenomenal on the interior since they made the move there. I mean, you and I both know that.
Yeah, and I've seen the guy fall for 2 arm overs already.
True, and that's his go-to.
That is his go-to right now.
That's his go-to.
His length and also his strength. You've seen him be able to straight arm, and single arm and hold somebody off completely just with one arm. He's a freak.
Freak in nature. So now what we're doing is we're moving forward in time a little bit. So you saw the Rams
from their script.
You saw you saw the Rams, right? We saw the pick. So you saw Jalen Ramsey in there doing some good things. They're getting a little bit of pressure on Tannehill, and that's able to create some bad throws. Something the 49ers definitely are going to be keeping their eye on because, well, you got some injuries on the O-line. You got an incredible front that you're playing. And then you saw some success from the Rams offense in terms of them moving the ball down the field, the things they were doing, how they were targeting, but some areas of weakness. Where can the 49ers attack? Well, Armstead's got some possibilities here. And now you're going to start to see some of the other struggles here from the Rams. This is a pick. This is a drive that ends in a pick for the Rams here. And again, the key ingredient here at the end of this drive is going to be the pressure that is put on Stafford and decision-making for him when he's under duress, which is questionable at times in an area that he's consistently struggled in, whether that's here in Los Angeles or when he was with Detroit. So now you got a first down play. You got an inside run.
Yeah, the guy beats the double team.
There you go.
And he literally goes around it. They push him where he wants, but he literally sneaks out the back door, right inside. Watch this.
98 there.
Yeah, he takes him on. Now watch this. Works his way all the way around, and he gets in that vision and blows it up.
And now your center there cannot get up to second level to fit this linebacker, and the linebacker comes screaming downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Boom. One guy winning creates another guy to win. That's what we've been saying about Fred Warner. He needs guys to win that help him win.
True. Okay, so now you got second and a little bit longer. Or second and long still. That's technically.
Yeah, they're playing 2-eye safety now. Ooh, we get some movement.
We do. There's a flag. You got a false start on the offense. Okay, so false start on the offense puts them at 2nd and 11 now, and it's really backed up against their own goal line.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see a run here. Try to get some. But they pass.
All out. Again, good timing route, good timing
concept. A lot more yardage than they should have on that. Like, I don't know why they're playing so far off.
They're almost playing sticks on 2nd and 8.
Yeah. They're playing more than 6. Look at them on the outside, the way they're playing. Watch this bail.
Well, there's your
False start.
There's your false start.
Yeah,
So
but
now
watch
you have
the
second
same
and
thing
11,
on this
yeah.
play. Watch the bail technique by the outside corner. Now he comes up because he sees it, but that linebacker's super slow to read it. I mean, this wasn't very complicated what they were going to do. The guy's going in motion, and then he just completely runs out there. Watch this. They go in motion, and this linebacker.
He's moving inside.
Yeah, look how slow he is to read this. Oh, it's the
oh
DN.
my goodness.
Yeah, the guy on the edge.
Well, look at his angle, too. He's trying to get out.
Great job by the corner coming up, but that's a scheme issue. The 49ers aren't going to do that.
They don't tend to send their DNs to cover flat.
Well, it's another thing, 3-4. That's an outside linebacker.
True, you're right.
So,
okay, third and manageable now for the Rams here. Stafford missed. He's got middle of the field.
I was watching top. They made the DBs played off it very nice.
That is just a bad decision by Stafford. But yeah, you're talking about top of the screen.
The receivers, Robert Woods and them, they play. I mean, the corners played it perfectly. The DBs up there, they passed off very nice. Watch this. They're trying to run some sort of rub. See how they're doing it? Yep. Look at him just play it off right on him. That's where he wants to go with the football, and there's nothing at the sticks.
Now you get the pressure coming off the edge, so he has to step up. He doesn't want to take the sack, so he lets this thing go. There's a guy there.
Terrible throw. What a blunder.
That is. That's what I mean. We talked about this last week, right? Being able to take away read one. If you're able to take away read one, be able to play things correctly, and make them come off their reads, these O-lines are not talented enough to keep the pocket clean and fresh for these guys for 5-6 seconds.
I would say that's the biggest weakness of the Rams is actually the offensive line. I know they're running well, but when you get into the pass situations, if Stafford doesn't get rid of the ball on time, there's going to be situations to get him on the ground with sacks, maybe even fumbles, or force him to make errant throws. So that's an area where the 49ers, as far as strength of the defensive line against a weakness for the Rams, seems to be an advantage.
Accurate, Ant. Accurate. Now you got first and goal. The Titans. Situation here. Donald on the interior there, just outside the guard, right guard. They're gonna win.
Wide open.
So yeah, they sold out for the run.
That was my first time seeing it, but I could. The way that they were playing it, they were all buying in. Look at the arm over move by 87. Well played. Free release. Very well done.
True. That Ferkser. I know 85 is Pruitt.
Yeah, Michael Pruitt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Ant. This is the subsequent drive.
Sorry, Michael Pruitt.
Michael Pruitt, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
We've been saying it wrong.
We have been. So Michael Pruitt. This is the subsequent drive after that. So you just threw a pick. They score a touchdown the first play off of that. Kickoff or PAT, kickoff, and now the next drive immediately after that for the Rams.
Oh wow.
The very first play. So again, this is what we keep talking about when you're starting to press. When you start pressing, trying to get things done. Stafford dealing with a little bit of an ankle. Been taking some shots. He's got plenty of time here. But he completely misdiagnoses what the coverage is.
He's trusting his pre-snap read,
which is telling him what, cover 2?
It's telling him all he has to do is move this guy to the guy in the all orange or red or whatever that is.
Yes.
He's thinking all he has to do is look left and move him with that tight end.
Correct.
And then he's going to be able to come out here to the outside. He's seeing them play a soft coverage.
So he's thinking, what do you think here? He's thinking cover 4, maybe? Cover...
Yeah, I think he's thinking his quarters.
I think he's seeing quarters. And at the last minute here, pre-snap, we're going to drop this down, and it's actually going to be cover 3. So he misreads it, and this guy's on it all the way. And now you got a house call. And in 2 straight plays, you go from being in this football game to complete control and being able to maybe, at least give yourself some field position.
I mean, but watch him. He trusts his pre-snap read so much.
He never even checks.
He never looks back. Watch this. Look over, and then look. He looks middle of the field. That's my only question. When he looked middle of the field and didn't see him there, he's got to know he's somewhere else. Because he looks middle of the field for a glance, and he should be looking for that player. When that player's not there, he should know that he's
and I'm wondering, too, with 54 walking up like that, I wonder if that draws his attention. That movement draws his attention. He misses this. and then he's looking left. He's looking middle.
I mean, look, he looks at the tight end. The only thing I can think is he thinks guy on the tight end is the other guy.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe. Because they both got the red sleeves?
Yeah.
All right, 49ers, wear red sleeves. Everyone. Everyone on the defense wear red sleeves. That's just a complete miss by Stafford.
It's an error. I mean, I get what he's doing. I understand. I mean, that's football. You're trying to look a guy off, move him. You only have to move him for half a second,
Sure.
and then you're able to get that ball out there.
And Stafford's got a cannon. It literally just has to be a half a second.
But this guy completely recognized everything that was going on and made the play. I mean, he recognized it early on.
Well, here's the thing too. The nice thing is if you're San Francisco, you see disguising like this. Okay, great. So if you disguise properly and you disguise correctly, you can get a guy, even a guy like Stafford, who's seasoned, understands defenses, knows NFL defenses, and he can make mistakes.
Oh, 100%. And the good news with him is he has some mobility, but it's not a Kyler Murray or Russell Wilson mobility.
Correct.
So you can get after him, and you can run blitzes, and you can run different stunts and stuff up front to confuse the blocking and put pressure on him. Those are all avenues the 49ers can attack this week. I think the Rams are going to have success against the 49ers defense, but I think ultimately the 49ers can stop them enough times to win.
And it's just about some turnovers too. If you can just get some turnovers and win the turnover battle, then even if they're scoring points, you're going to have more opportunities to put up points.
Yeah, 100%. If you win the turnover battle, you'll probably win this game.
There it is. You heard it here first, defense, and you heard it in the game preview show. Get some turnovers. Win the turnover battle. Okay, 4 down. Yeah, bunch on the bottom. That play should have been blown up in the backfield.
Yeah, it's another nice design though, because it's getting your eyes, right? You have to have disciplined eyes. You see, the player working back, so you think, oh, this could be a Woods reverse, and you even see some of the guys starting to react to it. Now, the question I have is why that backside outside linebacker is not already up the field more. He's go is deeper than that guy that's pulling across to get him.
Let's see.
You're reading that opposite wing coming back towards you. See him right up there on the outside standing up. He's going to read this tight end coming back towards him, and now he should go across the line of scrimmage because the only thing that's going to come is either
the
reverse or a boot, and he needs to go take it away. But he's worried about the tight end.
He's worried about the tight end, and we just put this in the back of our mind for some Tennessee information for later this season.
Yeah, 100%. But that was a nicely executed play by the Rams on the front side. Well done.
Correct. Front side execution there. Misdirect worked. Now you get yourself a better situation. I don't know if I like their consistent run fits.
Well, the inside defensive tackle wins again. The problem is this outside linebacker is getting beat by the tight end.
Yeah.
That is not happening to Nick Bosa.
No.
So that's why this exact design play can't work against San Francisco. Because they're not going to be able to beat Samson Ebukam, Nick Bosa, and those guys on the outside. Armstead would do similar to what their defensive tackle did and work its way inside. And then you got guys out here that need to be walled off. But that tight end's not going to be able to make that play. They're not going to be able to scheme it exactly the same way.
Correct.
They're going to have to give another help, or they're going to have to bring someone back across the formation to kick Bosa out and try to create a crease. So you can't run that exact scheme.
Here you go. You heard it here first.
And if he does block Nick Bosa's everything Grant Cohn said he was. Kidding. No chance.
Not a lot here. So scheme-wise, you really take away a lot of his reads, a lot of his opportunities, a lot of his options, and we'll get past this and get a look at it. You got duels up top. You got two on top, 2 on the bottom. Pass Pro does a decent enough job on this one. There's definitely some time there for him. Be able to go through some of his progressions, some of his reads. Doesn't really have a whole lot, so he's going to come to his check down.
Yeah, I think the only thing he had was up top because of one of the guys fell down. But
that may have been it.
But other than that, as far as coverage-wise, the route concepts compared to coverage, it was well covered.
There you go. 3rd and 5 now. You got trips almost bunch set to the top of the screen. You got a dual stack here almost to the bottom. Empty set. The chip at the bottom of the screen.
Well done. Who got walked back?
Was it a guard? It may have been a guard.
If it's the same guard.
I think it's the other side guard this time.
Okay. Yeah, it's the other side guard. they doubled this way because this guy
Oh my
can't do it.
Lord.
Yeah, 49. I mean, this could be big for Aminihu.
Yes.
This could be a big week for him. Maybe he can help the 49ers on the interior big time. Also, Arden Key can do that exact move.
We saw the single arm last week.
Yeah,
we did.
I am interested to see how this Rams, interior offensive line matches up with that 49ers defensive front. So, I would say that the offense showed at least some areas where the 49ers defense can attack and take advantage of them. I don't think it's going to be that easy for the Rams. I think the Rams have the potential to do big time things because they're just that explosive.
You mean to tell me they can do some serious damage?
They can, but it's all going to be about stopping those run fits. And you look at this game and the things they were able to do to Tennessee and some of these gashing runs they can't do against San Francisco because of the personnel. You're not going to be able to block Nick Bosa with one of those freaking tight ends. It's just not going to work. No. Those guys aren't good enough. He's going to win those battles. They're going to have to be strategic on how they handle it. They're going to have to bring other guys to help, or they're going to have to, kick him out, whatever, try to confuse him. So I'm curious how they ultimately handle it. But, yeah, that exact game plan against Tennessee wouldn't work against the 49ers. And let's see how D'Amico Ryan schemes it up to confuse Matthew Stafford if they're able to get after him early. It appears that he does focus on people that are flashing around the field. So a lot of movement might be something that confuses him. So let's see if the 49ers, show a lot of double A, bail out, do a lot of things to get his eyes focused in directions they shouldn't be going to.
Correct. And I think the big thing to take away, too, is you saw a team like the Titans whose identity has been running the football. The Rams are going to put 5 down at the line of scrimmage. They're going to do that. They're going to try and take away the outside zone. They're going to try and make you run a little bit more of a gap scheme. We saw 5 down linemen last week. We saw linebackers flowing, and we didn't see a lot of counters. Counters may be a little bit tougher this week, but maybe traps because you do have some powerful guys on the interior, whether that's Sebastian Joseph Day or whether that's Aaron Donald, guys who can get after it with the pass rush or the run, the rush, the interior push, or the pass rush. Getting some guys coming across in space, smacking them, trapping them if they get a little bit too aggressive and getting downhill. But the horizontal offense as well, Ant, is going to be huge. They need to find a way to try and get it established a little bit. Whether that's the quick screens on the outside, whether that's jet sweeps and fly sweeps. The only issue with that is if they run that 5-man front, it's going to be a little bit harder on the jet sweep actions to get those types of things. But counter stuff going the other direction, maybe this is some weeks where you can catch them with some reverses.
It all depends on how they're playing it. If that guy's coming down the line of scrimmage, you can catch him in those situations. Catch them reading Kyle Juszczyk and then send them without Kyle Juszczyk. Send Kyle Juszczyk to the right and then run a reverse back to the left. They try to do that a little bit with Ayuk with Garoppolo leading. We'll find another way to get somebody else out there besides Jimmy to lead the play. But there's going to be opportunities to run the football. You just got to, be creative with how you handle it. And there's going to be ways that they can kick guys out and run underneath. There's going to be ways they can still get to the outside. And the screen game is always big against the Rams, whether that's wide receiver screen like you brought up or the actual screen game, getting it to Elijah Mitchell, getting it to Jeff Wilson Jr. in space and letting them create. I think those are things you can let them do. Also the draw play. Let's run some draw plays. Let's invite those fast defensive ends upfield and let's get it underneath. In fact, I invite Aaron Donald upfield on this side and then run it to this way. There's going to be opportunities to do that. It's going to be about using their aggressiveness against them. That's why counter plays are big. 49ers always seem to find a way to get it done against the Rams defense. It's a different type of defense. This isn't Brandon Staley's defense from last year.
True.
But they've went through several defensive coordinators now, and the 49ers offense seems to have success against the Rams. The question is going to be, can this 49ers defense stop the Rams, and win? And can the 49ers be consistent on offense? If they can, they have an opportunity to win. If they can't, they're not going to win, and they're going to get blown up because this Rams team is too talented and too good. In fact, I think they're actually a little bit deeper than the Arizona team. Yeah, Arizona is playing better right now, but it doesn't mean anything, later on. It could be the Rams. I've always thought the Rams were the best team besides the 49ers in the West, talent-wise, and they've been playing up to par, and they just keep getting more talented with all the moves that they're making.
Yes, with all the moves that they have made, they have 100% made themselves that much more talented of a football team, whether that's Von Miller, whether that's OBJ. They made the move for Deshaun Jackson. It didn't work out. They moved off of it. They're now bringing themselves in a little bit of a different piece in Odell Beckham. 49ers are definitely going to have their work cut out for them Monday night. Hopefully, though, you have a little bit better insight on this Los Angeles Rams, their offense, their defense, what they're doing, where their weaknesses are, where their strengths lie. Strengths, maybe a little bit easier to know where they are with the Rams. Maybe the weaknesses, though, there are no chinks in the armor. They're the perfect football team. Well, now you've seen a little bit. You know that they're not perfect.
There's chinks.
But they're definitely a solid team.
Maybe even chunks.
Maybe chunks. Ooh, I like it, man. I like it. Let us know what you thought about all of this All 22 film breakdown. This Know Your Opponent segment. Do you feel a little bit more comfortable going into Monday night? 49ers have a shot, or doesn't matter. You're still one of those guys. You've been a 49ers fan all your life, but it's time for us to lose 60-9. You know, let us know in the comment section down below where you're at, and while you're down there commenting away, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an interesting game on Monday night, and we're going to find out if the 49ers come out, playing big and playing to the situation and the time and living up to expectations of playing against one of the better teams in the NFL, or if they shrink in the moment. This is going to be a season-defining moment. We're going to see where they're at, but we're still, in the middle of things. We're still in the heap of it, and let's see if they can go ahead and get it done. It would be a huge win to beat the Rams. It's definitely a tall order because this Rams football team is very good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Marketing Pro is just waiting.
It's waiting.
It's just waiting for this game to happen. And if his full support for Jimmy Garoppolo recently, if Jimmy Garoppolo goes out there and absolutely shreds, I'm gonna enjoy talking to Marketing Pro after this.
Accurate, Ant. We will enjoy Marketing Pro. We'll see you in the reaction show post game. 49ers fans, though, we hope you enjoyed. We'll see you on the next one. And until then, stay safe.
Remember, the right way
is always the 49ers way.